Peace, future masters of your craft. You are now tuned in to the KBGBF podcast. I am your host, A. Eula, and with me always is the big homie he himself, Uncle Vito.
That's right.
We will be discussing everything from entertainment to community development and how to secure that bag and much more.
No doubt.
You can catch us on Instagram at KBGBF_LLC, Facebook, Anchor, and many other platforms. So stay tuned, and we're gonna get you right. Peace. The boys are back in town.
I say the boys are back in town.
No more Germany. Got fancy on them.
Yeah, we done came up,
I still want to keep bringing you nothing but bangers, bro. I told you.
Why do you know from funny, you bastard?
You know the content is never going to slow down, never going to stop, bro. I'm talking about, bro, I'm so souped up. I was so excited once the bro already said, yo, as soon as I come back from VA after shaking my leg, I'm going to get with you. And boom, he got right with me. We got touched. Oh man, from New Direction,
Word.
Big 8, the Grizz 8.
Two reputable names.
Man, bro, I'm souped up. I feel like a kid, bro, like about to get the new PlayStation 5. You feel me? So I'm definitely about to get right into this. We ain't gonna waste no time. We gonna bring everything that they doing. So if you don't know about the New Direction, one, you lost your mind. You must be living under a rock. But don't even worry about it. Now you know. You feel me? And we gonna tell you everywhere you can find them. We got my boy Tut 360. And 8 the Great.
Yo, do you feel it, you? You feel it? That's that good positive energy in the room, man. They about to get something from this one right here.
Definitely. Yo, I'm so grateful that y'all can come up and show a little love, man.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all.
From the rip, right?
Yeah.
I don't even want to wait to the end of the show. I want you to tell them everywhere you can find y'all, every platform, everything. I know, but I want to hear it come out of y'all voice. I want you, everything. Listen, let's just do the thing. So, well, let's start off with 8 the Great. Where we gonna find that podcast at, bro?
All right. Well, first things first, man. I go by the name 8 the Great. You can find me on Instagram at the number 8 period THE the dot great GR the number 8. You know what I'm saying?
That
part.
And then I also got my podcast. It's called One on One with 8.
Okay.
And you can find that up on YouTube, man.
Bet. And now, go ahead, bro.
That's it.
You ain't no new Jack. Let them know what's happening.
Nah, that's what we do right here. We comfortable, man.
Tut 360, you can find me on Instagram at Tut 360. That's my boy 8 the Great, man. You know, we kind of like founded this New Direction movement that it started on 8 the Great little podcast that he got going. And you know, we did the first interview when I came home. You know, I came home with a different mindset. You know what I mean? So when you come home from prison, you got to make sure you surround yourself around the right people that's, you know, thinking like you and that's, you know, on that type of time that you offer, opposed to, you know, guys that still, you know, out there in the field doing what they got to do, especially if, you know, you come from that. That energy could be something different. Yeah. We always talk about energy, man. Energy is everything. You know what I mean? So when you come home, and this is what I tell some of the bros that come home, make sure you put yourself around the right people who can put you in the right positions to stay who you want to be, because everybody come home focused. When you come home from prison, you're a little more nervous. When you come out, you don't know how, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go back to jail.
Yeah, for real.
Especially if you do a significant amount of time. I did 15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we come home doing 15 years in prison, it was like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, that's a big scratch. I did the little boy in town, the Yardville little biz. That wasn't nothing. I'm coming back out, I'm right back in the field. But being down trained, doing 15 straight years inside the prison system, then being around guys who never coming home, got life in prison, running into a lot of the big homies who I was running up under, who down there with life sentences, who stuck, who ain't getting back out. And seeing them being humble, and you know, because prison can humble you. As they strip you away from all of your freedom, all of your willpower.
Absolutely.
It's designed to, you know, sit you down and make you think about everything that you did wrong.
Absolutely.
So when I ran in them and I seen them on humble, I came in still like kicking and screaming a little bit, thinking like, yo, this where the homies at. And niggas set me down like, nah, bro, we ain't off that, man. Like, like they,
they gave you the game.
They gave me the game. You know what I'm saying? They gave me the game, and I listened. So I had to sit down. I was young when I went in, like 22, 23. So when I went in there, they gave me the game, like, yo, bro, like, we lay it wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We lay it wrong. So, and then niggas ain't had no plan on getting out. Like, what's the plan of getting out? We wait for the pill course to come through. We wait for somebody to come with some magic lawyer money for us. You know what we waiting for?
Yeah, for real.
They ain't had no answer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
And see, when you go to, and it's a difference. See, like you said, at first you did your, the Annandales, the Board and Town,
Exactly.
Yardsville. You might be put in there with people, like, you in there with peers.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You're not
yeah.
in there with big bros.
Yeah, in with big
you in there
bros.
with
Exactly.
So that mindset, who's going to teach you? It's almost like the
Exactly.
blind leading the
Yeah,
blind.
blind
So,
leading
like,
the blind.
when we did our little stretches in Annandale, it was like, it's fun. We putting tissue between people's toes, setting on fire,
Exactly.
Yeah.
running.
So,
Like, there is no, you know what I mean? There is
So,
no-
Tut, let me ask you, Tut. Go ahead. Oh, I wanted to ask you right quick, Tut. How long did it take before it started to kick into you? Like, man, this ain't it. Like, was it 2 years? Was it 6 years? Was it 5 years before you started feeling like, man, like this ain't what I thought it was?
I know. You know what's funny about that? Cause like when I went down, right? So I went down. They sent me straight to Trenton. So normally you go to the county, you go to court, you get your time.
But the severity of the
it's
joint
the severity of
made
the
you-
charge. It was a police situation. I'm a high-ranking gang member. They labeled me as an STG, which is security threat group member. So they couldn't leave me in the county jail, so they had to house me down in Trenton. So I'm down in Trenton in this cell, 24-hour lockdown with a $2 million cash bail. You know what I'm saying? And it's like $2 million cash. Now, I've never seen $2 million in my life. Man.
Word,
Real,
man.
nigga.
For real.
$2 million cash. So it's like, you ain't going nowhere. You got to fight this.
You might as well say that's a fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Word.
So I'm sitting in the cell and I'm like, damn, this is what it all led to. You know what I'm saying? So as time went on, I'm in there for a little minute. They gave me a little bit of breathing room. They moved me up on the unit where all the big homies was at because they had a unit called Management Control Unit, which they housed all of the political prisoners or whoever had high ranking status that had power within the prison or power on the street. They wanted to isolate everybody to one unit so they could be able to watch and pay attention to everything you're doing, your mail, your phones, everything. So when they put me up there with where all the big homies at, I ran into all the other bros. Then I ran into my big homie who brought me home, who showed me the way.
Right.
So when I ran into him, I'm hollering like, yo, what's good, bro? Yo, you wilded out, man. You did something crazy. You know what I mean? We ain't never getting out of here now. You making me look bad. He was coming at me like that. I'm like, yo.
You would think you was expecting to get that praise.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna get that praise.
Yeah, you should be
I've
putting
been
on.
going.
Yeah, that nigga
Like,
father.
no,
Yo,
you not.
that nigga scolded me like a father
Wow.
figure. He
Yeah.
tried to set me down. So I'm like, you know, I'm like putting on for the movement. I'm putting on for us. And like, so, one thing led to another. Somehow, I was the plan. What we getting out of it? You gonna holler, I need, my lawyer want 50 bands. They told him to give me the death penalty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm locked up for while police getting put down. It's back in early 2000, 04, 05, death penalty still on the table. They had me, I'm a death penalty administrative on my door. Like,
And that's
what I'm
that
going
treatment
for.
that they give you, and then when they
It's-
doing, like, even the fighting the police, the treatment that they
Exactly.
give you is different.
It's
'cause,
different.
They
It's
Team
different.
Blue.
It's
you understand what I'm
different.
saying? And I ain't talking about Team Blue like no, they got their own movement, bro.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
We the police. We
Yeah.
don't play that.
Yeah.
Now, but real quick, what was you about to say before? I don't want
Yeah,
you to
word.
forget.
Oh, no, I ain't forget, but I was just saying, like, the mentality, what I'm saying, is different because of opposed to, what I'm saying, like, going to Annandale, Yardsville,
exactly.
Boyd Town,
Yeah.
like,
You at the big house, bro.
yeah, you at the big house
Last
because
stop.
you got to remember, those shits them shits is youth facilities.
Yeah.
That's
Even though
big
in,
boy.
in the village, like, you might catch a couple people like
Yeah, but-
26,
yeah,
27,
'cause-
but it ain't the same.
It ain't the same. No. You know what I'm saying? The like, you might catch some people down there with some big numbers. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But the mentality, the atmosphere, all that stuff is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you have to be, you know what I mean, a different type of beast mentality to
Yeah.
handle that right there.
Yeah.
Because like you said. You might have went through Yardsville or whatever, get a little scared bit here,
Get in a
scared
couple
bit
of
there.
scuffles or
You know what I'm
something,
saying? And you just
action.
playing around, then you coming back home. But you talking about, you know what I'm saying, going straight to Trenton?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
That's a different beast.
That's a different beast.
That's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
totally
And so,
different beast,
you know
bro.
what I mean? Like for myself personally, you know what I mean? Like upon arrival back home, you know what I mean? Like bro was already like a national treasure to us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
and then when he came back home, you know what I mean? Like initially, they didn't even want him in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Nook didn't even want bro in the city at all.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like nobody in the city would even want to touch him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
Like I was around. I was on the activist. You know what I mean? Side of this already upon him coming home, and a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? They didn't want to touch him at all.
Yeah.
Everybody was afraid. You know what I'm saying?
Is this even after the positive?
No.
So like,
so he was on American soil.
Exactly. I'm saying because you gotta look at it like, if I left a legacy behind, right, of just like violence and mayhem, that's what I was off. I was off of that. You know what I'm saying? I was off of, violence. I was, doing everything a lot of these guys I was doing it. I done did it, you know what I'm saying? I done did everything you could think of, you know what I mean? And I came home for a special police officer getting killed at a high school protecting kids.
Yeah, I was coming out of school.
Yeah, so that's
I was there.
Yeah, so that's a serious situation. You know what I mean? Like a police officer in full uniform laying on the ground with a bullet in the back of his head, broad daylight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I made it out of that, which is still, unbelievable. I give all glory to God for, delivering me from that, because you don't supposed to come out from that. I'm only supposed to be sitting here right now. Yeah. But me coming back home, because I beat the case, I didn't take a deal, I didn't work nothing out. Through the grace of God, the jury came back with a lesser included offense of reckless manslaughter, which gave me 10 years, and I had a separate charge of a gun they found in the car I was driving that day, and they gave me 5 years for that, and then 5 bottles they gave me 5 years for. So they gave me 20 years. And 20 years, I had to do 15 off of it. So me coming home, it's like I'm still relevant. The coaches still know who I am. I still got status. I still got people out here that love and respect me. Niggas still out here wilding. So they figuring like, when I come home, and did I change? They don't know.
They don't know.
They thinking it's gonna rise up. You know what I mean?
Coming home,
they think it's gonna rise up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of my homies got killed when I was away. Then I ran with. You know what I'm saying? So people don't know how I'm coming. So, of course, they got all these task forces set and ready for me in the areas where I'm from. I couldn't pull up and be standing out on the block. They'd have been coming through there blitzing, trying to, and I can't be out there slipping. So I'm going to have some on, but then I ain't trying to go back to jail. Then I'm gone.
They feel like you would have had
exactly.
So if you standing outside, you making it easy for the head. Like we're saying, like the president and the vice president never supposed to be in the same car. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you could get both, they feel like they cripple your whole.
That's a 2 for 1.
Yeah.
And that was my thing. And like I said, and I was so close to it, and I seen it, and then you know what I mean. Like I first man, bro kicked it on the phone first, right? And then I seen how he was coming mentally.
Yeah.
All right, nah, bro, ready. You feel me? And then I had started developing my own platform. I started developing 1-on-1 with 8. Yeah. And I know that I knew that I needed to bring bro on there and let his side of the story be told, right? Because we all heard the stories, but we all heard the stories from different people's perspectives, right?
Yeah. Except his.
Yeah.
So I had the platform. Yeah. I had the platform, so I had to let my bro come on that platform and tell his own story.
Absolutely.
Fuck RLS. Yeah. Fuck Channel 12 News. Fuck the streets. Fuck this person.
They gonna chop and screw and
they gonna chop and screw
anyway,
and we never had a platform for us to tell our own stories.
Absolutely.
Right? We let rumors run wild. We let these articles run wild, and so bro came through and he spoke his truth. He spoke his story. Right? And then we continued to build after that, and we started building on a new direction. And when bro explained new direction to me, and I believe in, you know what I mean, like how I remember Rick Ross saying it one time, and he said it the best to me.
The rapper or the trapper?
Nah, the rapper, right? And he said, I push my dog shit like it's mine, right?
You should.
Like, yeah, and that's my thing, like. I push new direction like it's mine.
Absolutely.
Right? Because I believe in it. And that was the thing. Like, I believed in the vision so much, I started to see the vision.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely. You start seeing that glow like Leroy.
Because you know, I believe in. I want for my brother what I want for myself.
Absolutely.
And if I got a way to throw up the alley-oop, I'm gonna throw the alley-oop.
Because you still get the assist.
I still get the assist.
You still get the assist, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Team win though. That's the most important.
Because we all benefit from what's going on right now with new direction.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't benefit, even if you don't benefit directly, you still benefit indirectly because you're still a part of this. You still a part of this culture and this community.
Yep, and that's one more demon off the streets that
That's
might
one
hit
more
your
thing.
word.
You know what I'm saying? Like so now, you know what I'm saying? Like you got these guys who might have been out here more acceptable to running wild, but they see new direction going on. They see Ted over here, they see 8 over here, and they doing this, that, and the third.
They want to be a part of.
They want to be a part of. So now, that might have just saved your grandmother from getting robbed.
Exactly.
That might have just saved your daughter from getting jumped at the school.
Exactly.
That might have just saved your little son from joining a negative movement.
Word.
So even if
Word.
you feel as though that you didn't benefit directly,
In
you
some
still
way,
you still
yeah,
benefited.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So I want to say this real quick. A lot of people out there that's listening or whatever, and all you the people, you civilians, and you civilians that's don't know what's going on or whatever. You really need to say thank you to these brothers that's up here, bro, because I don't know. How you not? It's on every news. It's rough out here. It's wild out here.
Right.
And some of this stuff, the extent that some of these little bros is willing to go is like movie like, bro.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, it was always violence.
Yeah.
But something like before, a bubble or a sport Cherokee popped that with a little flatty, and you got you a stolen car. And now some of these cars you can't steal. You got a jack, and it's like, it's crazy. Like some of the extent
because technology advanced faster than the streets did.
Yeah.
And we wasn't able to keep up with it.
Yeah.
So then when you had things like, okay, these cars you wasn't able to run around with the Jimmy, you know what I mean, and smack the car and snatch,
and
you couldn't snatch the car no more. Now you got to jag it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got to be now you got to be wary of your cell phone bouncing off the towers.
Yeah.
Now you got to be wary of all these cameras in the city. So when the technology advanced, the streets didn't.
Yeah. They started to evolve a little late, but it's only so much that you could do. You can't compete with a government.
Yeah, but my thing is, we should have never been doing the shit that we was out there doing anyway.
Period.
We should have never been living the lifestyle that we've been living anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because like me and bro was just talking, we always talk, but like we were just talking on the ride up here. We gotta stop. We have to be more accountable. Right? We can't sit here and keep complaining about the things that happen to us or the things that's happening to us. Life don't happen to you.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta start taking charge of your life.
Yeah.
You gotta start taking accountability for what the fuck going on around you.
If not, you're gonna lose.
That's a sucker's mentality.
You're gonna lose.
That's a sucker's mentality.
What happened to them
that's an
to
excuse.
stop progress.
That's an excuse.
Word.
So now if I'm sitting here saying, oh, if I'm fucked up, it's only because I allowed myself to be fucked up, right? Now, how much time I'm going to sit here and complain about my conditions before I decide to get up and do something about it?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
What Cam say? If,
the earth is big, you're worthless, kid. Cam don't deserve to live. And that was fact.
That's real spill. And it take a lot for y'all to do what y'all doing, period, because everybody don't got the mind frame of I'm gonna do this and that's just it.
Or the bread to get away with doing it either.
True.
And a lot of these dudes don't got the heart to do it either. Though.
And
Keep it 100
that's
with
exactly
you.
what I was about to get to.
We ain't gonna play with it. A lot of dudes, they have new direction on their heart. They had new direction on their minds.
And be scared to say something.
They be scared to move.
Won't have it on their tongue.
And that ain't it over here. That's a weak emotion.
Absolutely.
That's a weak emotion right there.
Hey yo, it's like that phrase. You gotta dare to be different. Like different stands out.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You can't be because this is what everybody doing. Thinking like you're not gonna get $1 million that way, or $1 billion or whatever. You're not gonna be able to get to that next level. You feel me? It's all about growth. And like if you really think like Albert Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Exactly.
Right.
You feel me? You gotta do something
You
different
have to.
in this. And anything that say new on it, you want to be a part of it.
Word.
Because it's
You know what
new.
I'm saying? You want to be
new.
a part of what's new, what's happening. And right now, it's all about growth. So what you brothers is saying, bro. That's why when I went on Bro Live, he was going off. I'm like, I gotta chime in and just the people like behind me and my movement, understand that I'm supporting. I don't care what bro said. What bro said is, you feel me? It's what bro's saying.
Yeah.
That means everything.
That's what you need.
And if what he's saying could make some of my little bros change their mind,
Exactly.
then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Word.
I'm all for it. I don't want to hear, oh man, I don't know,
And
bro. I know, bro. He been over
and
there.
And that's the
a
thing.
lot of
You
I
can
don't wanna
say
hear that.
you can say you don't know all you want. It don't matter. I know.
Exactly.
I know. You don't have to know.
Exactly.
You don't have to know.
Yeah, I really don't. You know, what I mean, we really shouldn't care what a hater. You know, nobody cares what a
Right.
hater got to say. Oh, it's
Nah,
like
because
a crab in a bucket type thing. You feel me? Nah.
Yeah. Your input is invalid right
Word.
now, right?
If it's
Because
not
you
helping.
don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And first and foremost, crabs don't belong in a barrel.
Nope.
So
Say it
that's
again.
their natural behavior. They're
Word.
gonna pull you back
They
down
gonna pull
because
you
they
back
don't
down.
belong they don't
They
belong in there in the
that
first
ocean or
place.
something,
They
you know,
belong-
doing whatever they do.
Exactly, and that's our thing. Like we gotta stop sitting here talking about a crab in a barrel. Yeah, because
Why? How they get in there in the first place?
that's the question.
Then that's
But
what we
it's like,
need to do.
it's like all about evolution, though, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta grow and mature, and like the times change, things change. So you know, with us, like that's why I tell bro, we can't worry about what nobody think. Once you stop worrying about what people think, you're gonna be free to do
Mhm.
what you feel is good. Because when you
Word.
worry about what
Ideas
people
gonna
think,
start flowing.
when you worry about what people think, you get them power over you. So now you just like a puppet to them. So you only moving. Your movements is based off what somebody else think. I mean, so you can never really do nothing. Cause we might have a vision, we might have a plan, and we ain't gonna do it because they might not like this or they might not think. Real leaders don't worry about what nobody think. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
We gonna
Word.
tell you what's right and what we need to do. And if you're gonna come, you're gonna come. If you're not, then you're gonna stay where you at. But we gonna keep moving. You know what I'm saying? We moving forward. We ain't stopping.
And-
Stop
And
that.
that's the
baby.
thing, y'all not just talking, y'all actually moving.
Exactly.
Y'all actually talking to
Exactly.
them, y'all actually in front of them.
Because
They
you gotta
could
lead
reach
by
out and
example.
touch, word.
And that's what I'm all about. But I always been real. Even when I was in the gang like hard, I was being real with it. That's what I believed in. And that was the vision that was passed upon me, so I enforced it. So now as I grew and matured into my own leader, now I got my own vision, my own plans, and now I'm gonna have other leaders who I was up under fall in line with what we doing. Because they know it's the right thing. We doing the right thing. We ain't doing nothing wrong. We ain't out here trying to harm nobody. We ain't promoting violence. We promoting peace. And we trying to bring
Word.
prosperity to our community. We ain't telling niggas not to hustle, get money. Do y'all thing, whatever y'all gotta do. We trying to stop the violence. We don't want to see kids getting shot in the crossfire because you beefing with some niggas because you did something wrong and you ain't telling them niggas what's going on. And y'all don't know how to communicate. Niggas don't know how to communicate with the strap. It's ways to communicate. You can talk like men. If I got a beef with nigga, I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna find what he at. I'm gonna jump out this hood and holler at him. Let me holler at you, bro. Niggas, you scared to jump out and talk to a nigga like a man and look at a man in the eye to see what the issue is. Your whole thing is trying to catch him slipping. That's a coward move
That's
anyway.
a coward
Because if you
move.
trying to like catch me off guard and I don't know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And then you ain't went off that. They ain't put no real work in.
Fendi.
Now let me know if it's up. Then we gonna handle it like men, and we gonna make sure nobody else get involved. Then me and you gonna handle our business. But
Fendi.
we seeing grandmothers getting shot in the crossfire. We seeing
Right.
kids getting. Our grandmothers getting shot. Our grandma, these are praying grandmothers.
Word.
My
That's not
grandmother is the
fair.
one who helped me get through my whole 15 years in prison. I had to call her every
Lessons
Sunday.
to
She
her,
gave me the
word.
strength. She always praying for me. If something happened to my grandmother, so I felt when that old lady got killed over in the South. You know what I mean? She got killed on her birthday by some little reckless niggas who ain't even get their target. Y'all just came out to shoot. Now them niggas in jail about to face the rest of their life. Nobody gonna show them no love in there because you killed the grandmother. Everybody got grandmothers.
That
So your
ain't
prison about to
honorable.
be,
Nah.
your prison stay about to be hell. You gonna be in PC everywhere you go because you ain't gonna better come around. Because once they find out who you are, niggas ain't gonna stand for that. But all the guys who hold niggas accountable is in prison. They ain't out on the street. These niggas on the streets is like, let these niggas do them. They ain't worrying about. They only worrying about their own personal gain and what they can
Right.
get as far as
Right.
money. We can't worship money, man.
That's just as bad, bro.
It's bad. We
That's
gotta
just
we
as
gotta
bad.
look up to integrity, man, and principles. And that's just what this culture lack. And that's what we bring it back to it. So
Yeah.
we bringing a different type of leadership, and it's kind of like rare to them because they looking at it like it's coming out of nowhere. But this is what's going on, and we gonna stand on it. You know
Word.
what I mean? So we ready to ride and die for it, so to speak. The same way we was in the old
Facts.
direction,
Facts.
we gonna stand on it. We ain't no sheep over here. We believe in our vision, and we ready for whatever. But we want peace, and we gonna push it to them. And what these niggas streets gonna respect is fearless leadership.
Yeah.
They gonna respect dudes who
You
jump
know
out.
better, you grow better.
They're gonna expect dudes who jump out in the trenches and holler at like, yo, this is what we trying to do with new direction. I get love when I come from the hood. I can go back to my own hood. I ain't one of them that can't go back to the hood if I did a bunch of nonsense to niggas.
Right.
I get love from all sides, all angles, Bloods, Crips, everybody. So we doing this for the culture. And we just want to uplift the culture. We don't want to see our homies dying and going to jail forever. We don't want to see that. And what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with. We just don't want them
Can't
going to
see
jail
nothing wrong in
and
that.
dying. Cause when I hear a homie get killed, I feel that
It
pain.
hurt.
Cause that was
Word.
one of my
Yeah.
homies. Even if I ain't know him, he was banging something that we started. That bothers me. So if I see a homie getting life in prison or sitting in prison, I know niggas ain't holding niggas down behind the wall. I was in there.
Yeah.
So that's why I brought the homies behind the wall back out here, reaching out to them, having them holler at me. They call me, keep their spirits up. We hope for them new direction. And you know, when you're in jail, you focus. So they already got the mindset to think new direction. That's what we need them at. We need them focused. Like you said, you get locked up, it's one thing you saying this and that, but us being on the street doing it is a whole nother thing.
That's when you start to see the true, you know what I mean, if you really gonna put your money where your mouth is, bro. It's a saying that we say, bro, it's 3 things you gotta do, bro. You gotta learn the game, you gotta get in the game, and then it's your obligation to give the game. You have to, bro, because if you don't, you keeping that all to yourself, and then we're gonna lose. Bro. We have to become a superpower. And in order to become a superpower, each one gotta teach one.
Each one gotta teach.
You understand what I'm saying?
We gotta unite, bro.
Exactly, because you just let bro just go around and do the preaching and everything. Yeah, his voice gonna get heard, but how far can it really go? And let bro get on and then tell the people like he know, and then we go like that. Because if you think that just because you know we always talk about this the road to the bag. We always talking about following the money.
Exactly.
But in order to get it, in order to make enough noise, we gotta be one superpower, or it's gonna be like an ant trying to fight a pit bull. Yep. Now before we go any deeper, you feel me? It was something that me and bro was watching, and I sent you a couple of links. You feel me? Yeah. We had I was just clicking through, and I always like to watch documentaries and conspiracy theories and all that. I get into that. You feel me? But I ran into something across with another big bro. Because everybody. Well, I was a giant Styles fan. Like I grew up listening to Styles. You feel me? And he was going off on YouTube or whatever. We're gonna play a little 30-second clip and let y'all hear what he had to say. And we're gonna get on to that and see what's going on.
Who does not live a life of crime, if they do not break the code, I mean, if they're not pardon me, said that wrong, if they're not an outlaw every day, if they don't live by breaking the rules in a life of crime, they are not a fucking snitch. An average citizen is most likely, or probably, or you should expect to call the police on you. It's fucking first and foremost. I don't know who your OG is. Like I said, I don't give a fuck what set you in, nigga. If a regular citizen who does not break the law calls the police on your stupid ass, and you didn't expect that, and you calling him a snitch, you's a fucking dummy.
Now, I guess the editor Marv, he likes it, that's why he applauded. I feel like everything he said was heavy and was on point and needed to be said. And it's bad, Vito, that, I mean, come on, it's 1 million sets. In just Newark alone. We ain't even gonna talk about outside of Essex. Right. Not even, just Newark, not East Orange, not Orange, just Newark alone. Yeah. It's 1 million different gangs, bro. You feel me? And you mean to tell me nobody big homie gave them the game? Nobody gave them the right game? That's because people is chasing greed and what they could get off their law, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And that greed that's a slippery slope, bro. And I feel like if Styles saying it, I mean, that's kind of like law because I grew up on my boy. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm quite sure y'all agree with that, right?
One thing I can say about what he said is like,
come a little closer, bro.
We talking about snitching, right? So snitching, if you get locked up with we did a crime together, right? And we get locked up and they got you in one room, we in one room, and you in there talking too much about what's going on. You know what I mean? You gave a statement. You just ratted. You know what I'm saying? You told on me. You know what I mean? So we can't try to equate if a civilian see a crime and they reported that who they snitched on. You know what I'm saying? Right. So because they ain't your co-defendant, you know what I mean? So it's like how can they snitch on you? Yeah. And civilians they pay the taxes and the police is their protection. Yeah. So that's a part of their movement. That's a part of their movement. Yeah. Us we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So
we don't do taxes.
But
we didn't do taxes.
Exactly.
Right.
But
we pay taxes now.
And now we do. We pay taxes now. You know what I'm saying? We definitely pay taxes now. Yeah. But you got, if a civilian report a crime, I don't see that as they snitched. You know what I'm saying? That's just preposterous, man. They just think something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. Now, if one of us told on each other, that's something different. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what he's saying. And he's saying as far as you know, you saying as far as like OG teaching they, you know, little homies the game. When you teach them games, you want to teach them to respect everybody and respect everybody's standpoint and opinions on things.
Have some morals,
and
bro.
get them understanding, because a lot of guys are ignorant, so they won't understand. You know, they won't be able to talk like how we talking or understand what's going on as far as like how things go. They saying somebody, if a civilian call the police, oh, they ratted, we got to get them. How they rat? You know what I'm saying? Who they rat?
They don't got nobody to go like,
Who
you know,
they supposed
like
to call
a
when
movement.
they-
Like
yeah.
if you in the hood, you got a little movement, maybe even if it's 5 or more. Even though
Exactly.
and in prison they call that a group demonstration. But we ain't even gonna get into that. I'm just saying, you got a group of people that's willing to go to that extent to hurt people. Most of these civilians don't. They don't know these. They don't have nobody to go to. So what are
What
they
are
gonna
they
do?
supposed to do?
Die? You
Right.
feel me?
Yeah.
Let you just, you feel me? Do something to them. I don't know.
Wait.
Exactly. So you know, it's different things to that you know people gotta understand. And when it come to business, you gotta be as sharp with that paperwork, or you'll get robbed with no gun because they sharped up. You understand what I'm saying? So it's certain things you have to know, and the law is being one of them.
Yeah.
You know, so I agree with SP when he said, bro, you're
Yeah,
a
he couldn't have
dummy
said
if
that
you
any
think
clearer.
that a civilian is a rat.
Couldn't have
You
said that
gotta
any
be able
clearer.
to stay with
That's
your
not
right?
that's not fair to them.
No.
That's not fair to them.
And the
You know
crazy
what
thing
I'm
about
saying?
civilians, I was talking 8 weeks come up. I said the wrong reason with New Direction, how we trying to relate back to the community. So we trying to take care of the community. So we got homies out there hustling on the block, tell them like, yo man, make sure I clean up around here. Make sure when the old ladies come in, help them with their bags.
Hold the
make
door for 'em.
because these the
Little
people who
things.
call the police on you. We stand in front of their house. These the people
Right.
who is saying you out there doing something. They see something going on. They gonna tell them. And these the same people that the system used to convict you. Because when you picking your jury, you picking the jury of your peers from your community.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So if the community sent all them gang members, they be always, I couldn't wait to be on the jury with one of them. They don't want to see you down. They gonna convict you. They gonna put that, when they go in there and deliberate, they feel some type of way about one of your homies that did something, and they just see you in front of them.
Because they're not looking at. He's not looking.
And a lot of homies got convicted because the community wasn't behind them.
Yeah.
Because the system don't convict you. That's what people mess up at. The system present the case and the story to the jury or your peers.
They gotta persuade.
You gotta persuade
Yeah.
the jury that you's a monster and you shouldn't be in society. And our actions is showing them that we monsters. We don't stand a chance in no courtroom.
Right.
So if we can rebuild our perception within the community as far as, you know, gang members, you know what I mean? And they see, I like the New Direction gang guys, you know what I'm saying? Because I say I'm always gonna claim blood. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna be
Right.
the best one I could be. I'm not denouncing my flag or dropping it for nobody. I'm gonna
No
be
doubt.
the best one I could be because it's not illegal to be a gang member. But when you create illegal crimes or illegal activity within the gang
Now,
confines,
Right.
that's when the RICO come. I had a RICO case, so I know everything I need to know about the system because I was in there, I studied my law, and I understand what we up against. So us bringing, you know, New Direction to them is trying to raise their level of conscience. What he was saying, he basically is trying to educate the streets on what's snitching and what's not. Sometimes we gotta turn our street mentality off.
Yeah.
We can't just have it all day,
Bro.
man. We can't.
Yeah, open
Yeah,
our
we gotta
eyes.
open our eyes, and sometimes we gotta be able to think outside the box. Guys are so stuck into that one box
Yeah.
that they just thinking ignorant and it's making them make ignorant decisions,
Right.
and saying ignorant
That's
things,
costing them.
and it's making them look back because we are a representation of each other,
And it-
whether we like it or not. And we
a
we
fact.
only as strong as our weakest links. I
They
always
not
tell
looking
bro that.
at Tut. Oh yeah, we looking at Tut. Oh no, he just some blood
Nah.
kid from this area. No, they
They
looking
think-
at him. That's a black man.
Exactly.
That's a black man.
That's a black
He's holding
man.
all that
Yeah.
for the. He looking at one person. That's how all of us act.
Yeah, so
we
they
all
looking-
gotta
Right.
get on the board, bro.
Yeah, we all, and that's what we trying to bring unity. We trying to bring unity. We don't want nobody to have no misunderstandings or misconceptions about what we doing as far as this New Direction. This is a cultural shift. We trying to shift everybody in a new direction by raising their level of consciousness. We're not forcing nobody to go this way. We're not forcing nobody to get a job. We just trying to raise people level of consciousness, understand who the real enemy is. And the real enemy is us. It's within us. It ain't the police. It's not the system. It's us, because the system is the system. So it's in place. The police enforces the law, and if you commit a crime, you go to jail. And now you got to take it up the system.
All right,
You
well,
ain't-
but you know you got some Jake that's a little sleazy.
I told him that. I said the
you
same
got
thing.
some.
I said,
You got
I
some.
said now you got a lot of them that's like that, but you got the sleazy ones who target you because you been getting away with so much they just want you.
Yeah.
And I got
Right.
two of my big bros, my big homie who the found out hood is down for a case that he ain't even do. He doing 30 to life, and he only in it because of who he is. But all the other things they perceive that he did, or they justifying it like, look, we get him on this. You know what I mean? I got my other big bro, Sos, who said the video about he doing 30 with 30 for murder he didn't do. But they feel like he was doing other stuff in the community they couldn't get him on, so we gonna nail him on this.
Right.
So you have cops that throw stuff on you if they want you that bad. And they feel like you just, cause you got some smart hustlers and smart guys out there that know how to work around things. And they know that. So they like, man, I can get frustrated. Oh, we gonna plant this on, we gonna get him, cause I just want that nigga. Like, I know they want to plant something on me.
Oh, I know for a fact they planted on me. One time they was blitzing this when we was on 20th in front of the building, in front of 944 on Clinton Avenue. And Jake blitzed and we bailed.
Exactly.
I'm taking off, we laughing, everything, hitting the gates, went up by 21st, came back around, laughing. Then one day on the humble, you know, remember I'm like, I'm gonna go to the store real quick. We gotta go eat Miles, whatever. I'm like, I'm about to run to the store real quick. I'll be right back. They blitzed me, caught me on the humble, but I ain't dirty or nothing, so I'm just popping shit. They like, oh, world, look what we got here. I'm like, oh, word, that's how y'all coming? Next you know.
Remember, they caught me slipping not too long after that. Like,
bro, they start ripping, they start tearing us up. So,
but it came from, I say it come from, when it come, because, you know, we out there doing what we got to do is cops and robbers. So sometimes the police going to get frustrated, they can't catch you, so they going to try to, you know, put something together on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, your head. So, yeah, we ain't speaking on that, but we speaking on, like, since I've been on New Direction and doing, working, you know, got my license, I got everything. I ain't had no problem with the cops. You know what I'm saying? They don't bother me. They ain't coming. None of that.
What happened?
I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
That's a blessing.
Because I change.
Yeah.
So now at the end of the day, if I'm supposed to be the perceived threat coming out, I shifted the narrative. Because now I'm controlling my own narrative now. Because at the end of the day, I always tell them, hey, yo, it's a thinking man's game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Perception become reality for some people. So how people perceive you, that's how they gonna react off of you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you gotta conduct yourself in a respectable way to get respect. Now, if we out here wilding and doing what we gotta do, people don't look at us monsters, then they gotta get us. You know what I'm saying? So
by any means, they gonna try to
by any means, and that's their job because they supposedly the security of the nation. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get a dangerous guy off the streets. But while present yourself as a dangerous guy, why you can't present yourself as a presentable citizen, and you might really be dangerous as hell. You still might be dangerous. That's why I told her, yo, the righteous, like we real righteous. I'm righteous. You know, I believe in God.
Bless him.
And a lot of times people perceive the righteous as sheep. Like, oh man, you righteous, like you soft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just was talking about that.
But the thing is, the niggas who like, I guess worship Satan, I would say, because that's who y'all worshiping. Y'all the tough guys though. But God ain't create no sheep. We all the same dangers. Y'all think we the same danger. We just humble. You know what I'm saying? And I always was peaceful, but I match energy. Yeah. So if you coming at me sideways or something, then I'm gonna stay in my ground. And then if I win that battle, I'm the bad guy. Absolutely. But don't nobody never say who poked the bear, who got you to that point. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said about the streets.
It's almost like that. It was a movie I was watching, and there was a saying on it like, "He who wants peace must prepare for war."
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You got exactly.
Absolutely.
And that's how the streets is. The streets, the energy is out there is different. We got good vibe right here. We vibing, we good. It's good energy. But if I'm in the hood, I'm not in the hood preaching on the corner and all. I'm in the hood. I gotta be on dangerous time because it's dangerous around here. And I can't. Somebody might come through and try to bust a move, and I gotta be ready to react.
Because you only get one life, so you only gotta protect that by any means.
So what we trying to do is we trying to clean the hood up mentally, so everybody can relax. So like every time I turn out car come out, he's looking like who this? Nah, we trying like look, we know them niggas, they good. That's bro in them. You know what I'm saying? So we wanna get it back to that point how the hood used to be, where we got peace.
So it looked like the '80s back in '84 when niggas pulling up in different beds.
Exactly.
Nobody got shot.
Exactly.
That's the way.
But in order to do that, we gotta be on some revolutionary type of time. The same type of way the Black Panthers, the BLA was going for their community. That's our new direction gotta go. We gotta police our own community. And we gotta show them when y'all come around. We say we throw a couple parties, right? I say, yo, nothing gonna happen to nobody at the party we throw. Because you know why? We gonna be militant in there. We making sure everybody get to their car. Anybody look around, they lurking. We'll see them niggas. They gonna see us out how we moving. They gonna keep it moving. Because they only looking for the sheep. They ain't looking for guys that's out here on point.
Absolutely.
Because don't nobody want to shoot out. They want to just shoot somebody and do some nonsense.
And I don't know. It's even with lions.
Exactly.
When they hunting, they know if this pack of buffalo or whatever is coming together, they too strong.
Exactly.
Or whatever the case may be. But if they catch one falling behind, that, you know what I mean? That's what they're gonna jump on.
I wanna ask both of y'all a question.
Okay.
If you could go back, what would you say to 18-year-old Tut? What would you say to 18-year-old AB?
What I say is,
like if you could pull, you know what I'm saying? If you could pull yourself to the side.
If you could give you game, huh?
I give you game. That's what I tell them. Your brain is your biggest weapon. You know what I'm saying? That's where all your power resides at, your brain. You don't react off emotion. or pride. That kills you.
I must see the pride to get you to that
Use your
fight.
brain. Your brain, all the answers is right here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think and humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't doing that back in the day. I was off emotion and I was on 100. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to attack. I wanted people to respect me. Like I said in the hood, that's what dudes is doing. They feel like they want to get respect, so they gotta present themselves a certain way. Nobody was born with an AK. Nobody was born to hate each other. That's learned behaviors that we learned from the conditions that we was born in. So if I could go back to him like, yo, these conditions ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So take your mind out of the conditions. Use your head. Don't do nothing that you're gonna regret later. Don't do nothing that's gonna have you in front of that judge begging for mercy, cause he ain't give you no mercy. You know what I'm saying? And what we give you mercy for? You know what I'm saying? You fell into the trap and you going down the road with your other guys, and you going down to that camp. That's where you going. Your mom can't save you. Nobody ain't saving you. You know what I'm saying? So your mother don't even have no type of money to pay for no lawyer for the crimes y'all trying to commit. So you gonna be done. You gonna be in there. And nobody gonna be sending you no money or nothing. So just be smart. Use your brain. Humble yourself. And think before you move so you won't make no costly mistakes. That's what I tell the younger type.
I hope y'all hear that, man.
That's what I tell the younger type.
Give yourself the game.
What would you tell yourself?
I don't know. I was just thinking about that. What would I tell myself, man? But I
usually ask the guests that, so you know.
I think I would tell myself that you're gonna be okay.
Exactly.
I think that'd be the biggest thing that I would tell myself, because 18-year-old, he didn't think he was gonna be okay. He didn't think he was gonna be alive.
Yeah, because I was watching this. I think you was talking. It was some type of speech, and you was like, you was mad that you was planning for your future because you didn't think that you was gonna live.
Yeah, that's heavy.
The future, so you was kind of living for now, and now that you surpassed the life that you thought. Because sometimes when you at war, not back in the day, you know what I mean? Like, let's just be real. Like. Somebody came through, hit your brother, and this is your right hand or something like that. You not thinking straight. You just see anger. So now you just thinking about, all right, I need to load up. I need to find some hot wood. I need to get to wherever they at. You understand what I'm saying? And then when you get to wherever they at, you gonna spin and try to drop them. Nobody never end up dropping the target that you was aiming for anyway. So you done hit somebody else.
And that was my thing.
Some other hate.
And that was my thing. I had accepted a reality that wasn't mine, and that was my biggest mistake. And I fell, I kinda. One of my teachers when I was in the 10th grade, she paralyzed me, and I ain't realize it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize it till just recently. You know what I'm saying? Like a few months ago, till I had a conversation with my moms.
How'd she paralyze you?
Cause she told me I was going to die on Bergen Street. She told me, my man was going to die on Bergen Street. And a couple months after she said that shit, my man died on Bergen Street.
Wow.
Yeah.
So subconsciously, I had accepted the fact that I was going to die. So I was already at peace with going out at a young age.
And that's what made you even more dangerous.
And that's what made I was already reckless because.
Okay, well, yeah.
I seen it.
Crazy.
I seen it for myself.
Yeah.
But it never. Now here I go today. I'm 35 years old.
Alhamdulillah.
But I never prepared myself to be here. So now that I'm here, my license fucked up, my credit fucked up. I got this, that. Right. My life is out of whack now. Yeah. But had I have prepared myself, had I have been like, okay, I'm going to do this today, and it's going to set me up for next year. Exactly. But it's done the third. I couldn't even see past 24 hours.
Yeah. But it's a blessing that you even hear to put the pieces in place. You know, you hear the fight. You can keep fighting. Fucking, you been out there when you let the hands fly.
It's never too late, and you about to save another young age. Because now you're going to give him the proper game. That's the proposition.
And that's why I take this. That's why I take this so serious. Yeah, bro. Because I understand, like, I couldn't, like, my whole 20s and all that shit, like, the times that I don't remember, like, it's real spotty because.
But that's why we get fried.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was done. I was done because I was already even in the summer. Like, it'd be the summertime. It could be 100 degrees outside. I would still come outside with a hoodie because I prepared myself to go to jail.
You need to be cooked up.
Right?
Bro, I used to have a hoodie on with a belt. like with the top belt tight with an extra hole right
because
there.
That's how my days went. Like, all right, what could be a normal day for you is I'm prepared for death and war every single day. Right? I was always prepared to take. That's why I never been a confrontational dude. Like I never been like an argumentative. I always been a right to it thing, right? Like I ain't got time. I ain't got no argument for you. I ain't got none of this. If it's up, it's up.
And it's up.
And however it go, it's gonna go right now, right? Like if we in the county and that shit got to go down in the day room, we ain't going to the mop closet. We ain't going in. No, it's gonna go right now, right?
So that's why we can understand, right? Like we're saying that what's going on with these young guys out here. We was dumb, so we ain't shocked what's going on. We understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So cause we was dumb before, but we just trying to get them to handle things a better way. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we're trying to do because it don't have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make a bad decision that's going to destroy the rest of your life. You know what I mean? And that's what we trying to do with the new direction. That's why we bringing some of the big homies who down there doing all these life sentences. We get the Hockavelli, free Hockavelli, free Stacks, man. EDR, AZ. We got Al Wild popping there. We got more videos coming too. But all them guys got big numbers that we got up there. They ain't doing no 5-year bid. These guys. Only way they gonna get out through the grace of God, bro. Like divine intervention gonna get them out of that situation. Like it got me out. You know what I'm saying?
It's so powerful that you able to do that because a lot of little bros don't even know they big homie. Never even met they big homie. They screaming on such and such.
So we reintroduce them.
You never even met him. You don't even hear the message that he putting out.
And look, and the crazy thing about it, it's hard to get stone cold killers and big homie gangsters to take that guard
veil down, and
speak. So us doing that is really significant. Seeing them brothers speak on Instagram, they know where them videos going. They know they're going to people. It's for them to say like, "Yo, man, do it better." For them to admit accountability. That's real big homies, big homies right there. Because they admit accountability. These guys, you know, sometimes you want to keep that image up because everybody respect the tough gangsters in the hood because that's what we celebrate. So they don't respect nobody that's coming humble and trying to be responsible. They thinking you got soft or niggas fell off. But that's just the ignorance of them because how you gonna underestimate proven niggas that did everything you trying to do? They already did it and they seen the outcome of it and they trying to tell you don't come this way, but you don't underestimate them. You won't listen to them.
You'll be a fool.
That's the ignorance that we got to deal with.
Because people listen. Well, most people, you know, see, this is why I always kind of revert back to music, whatever. Because this is what our little bros listen to. You feel me? They listen to music, but they don't listen. They not listening to. They not listen. Remember that movie White Men Can't Jump? He's like, you hear Jimmy, but you ain't listening to Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? You're not really listening to the words that most people are saying because most people is trying to give you the game in their own way. You think you hear drill, but you're not even hearing these people saying it's a nightmare. I get high 24/7 because at one point, bro, when I was young and I was beefing, I ain't want to do nothing to you because I just thought I was tougher than you. I wanted to do something to you because I was scared you was going to do something to me. I was scared most of the time, bro.
I got you first.
Yeah, I was scared. I'm going to believe you. You're going to kill. Oh, he said he's going to kill me. And I'm scared.
So once I got that knowledge and then I let that happen to myself, I'm a fool. So if you sit there and you make a threat, that's why they say never pull your gun out unless you're gonna use it.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Because I'm gonna believe you, right? Because once you open that door and you point that gun at me, you better shoot.
You got to.
You're gonna have to.
You got to.
Because the thing, the on button that you're gonna snap on in me, it ain't no turn it off.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then,
it ain't no turn it off.
Then you're gonna be buried right with that gun.
Now you're gonna be buried with the gun.
You're gonna wish you should have used it.
Exactly.
So
we're not promoting violence.
No.
I'm just telling you, to live in fear. That's what we was doing.
But see, let me say something.
And that's what's going on in our hood, though.
Huh?
Yo, but that's what's going on in our hood.
And let me say something too, though.
We gotta call out what's going on in our hood to understand, so we can understand the problem and how can we come with the solution.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be real. You know what I'm saying? We come from a violent culture. It is what it is. Ain't no sugarcoating it. Right now, while we talking, somebody probably getting drilled or somebody swinging the block. You know what I'm saying? It's going on. They ain't stopping.
Or they plotting one.
Because a lot of this,
exactly. Or they trying to
rappers ain't really.
No. See, the first thing is they getting paid for entertainment. They are entertainers.
They are entertainers.
But I want to say something too, though, because you know, one of the philosophies that, you know what I mean, I believe in, and me and my bro was talking. You know, it's the dog and the pup. You know what I'm saying? Like when all this stuff was formed and all this stuff was going on out here, this thing, this culture You know what I'm saying? On the West Coast and on the East Coast, over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm speaking for Newark in general. Fuck it, right?
Let's go for it.
This thing was formed by dogs.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? This thing was formed by some thorough stand-up guys.
Foaming out the mouth.
Yeah.
Stood on,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
those
Stood on it,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Believed in it, died for it.
Exactly.
And it started from fighting too, bro.
Yeah.
It was like it wasn't even necessarily.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
you had to get jumped in just to be a part of it.
And you had
to knuckle up.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you had to have a reason for why you was entering this doghouse.
Yeah.
It had to be a cause.
It had to be
right?
a cause.
So now, okay, we fast forward, and then they remove the dogs, right?
Exactly.
And they leave the pups out here.
Yeah.
So now the pups ain't being fed. They're not being fed history.
Exactly.
They ain't being fed how to conduct themselves.
None of that.
They ain't being fed on who's who.
None of that.
So now you leave the pups out here, right? Now the dogs is gone 15 years, 10 years, some in the graveyard,
20,
never coming back,
years,
right?
Yeah.
20, 30
Double
joints.
life.
Double
Exactly.
life, right?
Double life, bro.
So now
Plus 60.
that's leaving that's leaving the pups to come up. They not becoming dogs because now they missing this history, this
The right
lessons.
nutrients.
They missing the
They
right
don't got the
nutrients.
nutrients.
So now they coming up as hybrids, right? They coming up as wild dogs, right? They don't have a home. They roam in the streets. They feel like the dogs left them. That's what niggas are. Oh, I miss my dog. Oh, I'm crying over my dog. My dog gone. Free my dog. Rest in peace, my dog. They miss their dog, right? So now they feeling homeless. They roam in the streets, right? So now they breeding mutts now coming behind them, right?
Exactly.
So now it's lawless now, right? Now they don't got no history. They don't even know. They don't have no identity, right?
So when they do go in the hoops, they end up getting put
So-
on their paper because they don't know
And
what's
that's the
going
thing.
on.
So now,
Because they're not even really official.
yeah.
That's what
So
I'm saying. They really ain't official because you got to know your history to be able to be official. That's
my
how
point
we
is
check you.
my point exactly.
So what you know, bro?
It's niggas that's
Yeah.
claiming some things that never even been jumped in, bro.
Exactly.
That offends me.
That's very offensive. That's very offensive.
So for me, we get my head whooped.
Yeah.
But
And then you come in through the side door.
But who made up that they was able to come in that way? So
But see, now that's what I'm saying.
you gotta
When the
know
dogs got removed, the strays started making up their own rules, and then they started breeding some mutts come behind. So now they're not coming in through the front door.
They don't hear
They're doing
them,
sneaky shit.
They
They're doing
doing
this,
all
that, and
that.
the
Yeah,
third.
This is
They
heavy what
crossbreed.
he's saying right here, bro.
And that's the
what
thing.
needs
So
to be
now,
said.
when you got a dog that come back home and he around the mutts, he around the strays.
But some of them must look at them like threats.
Hey,
So they
of
try
course.
to do sleaze
Without
bullshit,
question, bro.
and then start
Get 'em out the way.
But that's
Exactly.
but that's the importance of having.
But we on them niggas
That's,
though.
that's because now it's other dogs that was out here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but they
Exactly.
was just in the cut.
They was in the
Yeah.
cut.
There was other dogs out here,
Yeah,
but they was in
wanna
the
be
cut
around.
because it wasn't safe for them.
Exactly.
They was outnumbered. They was outnumbered by the ones that was running the straight.
Word.
And
You'll
that's
get
what I say to my
you'll get
brothers,
ragged
too.
on though.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
get ragged on
In a heartbeat.
You'll get ragged on in a heartbeat because these not dogs right here. They look like dogs. They bark
and
like
that's
dogs.
crazy.
They walk like dogs.
That's
Don't
crazy,
bite like
Eula.
a dog.
But they not
And they don't
dogs.
lie.
How many times we been together and we seen such and such, and we be like, what he doing on this side?
Exactly.
Him.
Yeah.
Remember one time we pulled up and he was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go holler at my big bro." I'm like, "All right, cool. We waiting because I think I had to take him somewhere because he was cool with my son,
Yeah.
my actual son. He 18 now. He feeling himself too.
Yeah.
But but he ain't feeling himself too much. Anyway.
He
So
know.
so he was like, "Oh, I gotta go see my big bro real quick." I'm like, "All right." And then he gonna get a car, and when he went up to him, he was like. He ain't call me Eula, you feel me? Like, that's it? The one that suck his thumb? Like, oh, big bro, what's up? This is what his big bro is saying. I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? But don't come up to the car, whatever,
Exactly.
case may be, you feel me? I'm
Yeah.
just, I'll come back around and
Yeah,
talk to
it's
you.
crazy.
And when he was coming back, I'm like, that's your big bro? I'm like, all right, cool. You feel me? And when we pulled off, and I told my son, yo, stop hanging with him.
Yeah.
Because if that's his big bro,
And you know,
Y'all on
you
a one-way
can't hang with
trip.
him no more.
Y'all on a one-way trip.
you know it's messy when I'm on the sidewalk and I'm seeing certain things and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not right.
This can't be right.
He not right.
Exactly.
Because
This not- you know what I'm saying? I'm on the side when Joker's on the sidewalk watching,
Yeah.
like, you know what
Hey,
I
you
mean?
can see that from here.
Like when Vito said earlier, like over here, You get no love. You will feel uncomfortable when certain people come outside.
Yeah.
At home now, like people that was on your area right there in the South Fork, you know, you should be over there in LA or be over there on Goldsmith or be over there. You feel me? They outside now because Tut gone.
Yeah.
You feel comfortable.
Exactly.
So it used to be 47 people out here, but then Tut came home, and now all of a sudden it's only 14 people out here.
Because
it's
like
crazy.
But like
you shouldn't feel uncomfortable around rare breeds.
But the revert back like rap music like we did before. But like Jada Kid said,
We say.
Let's run it back, Mark. 5. We have 5. All right, cool.
yeah. But like he said though, like Jada Kid said. Niggas is only gangster when the lions is in the cage.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
And with me,
Message.
that's what I said. With me, people have a problem because I speak what I mean what I say.
As you
so
should.
I'm gonna check you. If you wrong, you wrong. I'm gonna hold you accountable. And that's why I try to explain and do. So I told 8 early because I say, look, these niggas like they got some little niggas out there in the South. They be running around stealing cars, wilding, carjacking people, jumping in people's cars right outside the stores in the hood.
Yeah,
you
it's
take it from
crazy.
your own people. So
It's
the
crazy.
big homies in that area, I tell them like this: why y'all not policing y'all little homies? Y'all want to be liked by these niggas? And y'all, if y'all scared of the little homies, y'all ain't no big homie then. If you can't put your little
shouldn't have
homies in
that
order,
status.
you shouldn't have no status. I'm not worrying about being liked by nobody. Just respect me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be feared by nobody.
As any real man would be.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I don't want to be
Absolutely.
feared by nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you love me than fear me. You know what I mean? 'Cause I fear a person to try to get you out the way quick.
Absolutely.
But with me, I'm going to hold you accountable. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. You know what I mean? And people don't like that because you're assertive with your leadership. So it's like, oh, this nigga in
So
the
what
way,
they
man.
trying to do? Throw dirt on your name.
Exactly. Try to taint
Yeah,
it.
whatever they could try to do.
That's just how the game go. But you just got to be smart enough to see the misdirection.
Exactly.
And get with the new direction.
Straight up.
That's
That's
it.
what we
That
all
part
do.
right
New
there.
direction.
And
You gonna
speaking
end up-
on the new direction, I want to know, fellas, before we get up out of here, what's the end game? What's the expansion for new direction? Are y'all taking it to music? Are y'all going to go into clothing? Is it going to
Well,
be,
they got
you know
the
what I'm saying?
clothing.
Yeah,
definitely see the
so
clothing.
I'm gonna chime in right quick before we line out. Then top it off. But we just we're gonna try to create opportunity. We want to create legal funds for the guys locked up. You know what I'm saying? We want to have lawyers see these videos we putting out to guys and see if y'all can help them with their situation and get some proper representation for them in there. We want to create some community centers in the hood where we can have therapeutic sessions with somebody who needs to talk to somebody that's a professional that can help them through some of their issues. Because I got therapy when I was locked up, and I got it through the grace of God. It wasn't because I had no psychological issues, but I did. But you know, if you ain't there wilding, that's when they try to let you see a therapist. But I had issues I was going through.
Nah, where we grow up at, leave a shell shock on the real.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
we want to create those avenues where we can create a rehabilitation center, get some of these homies off them pills who want to stop getting high.
Word.
Look, come stay in this house for a minute. Or we want to have some room and houses available when homies come home from prison. They can have somewhere to lay their head at. We can get them some therapy in there, get some people to come talk to them, help them get a job, help them get their ID, help them fill out a job application. So we got a big vision for our people, and we just need those resources to get it done, which is going to come in time. We just got to be patient. But our plan is to really shift the culture in a new direction, stand on it, and create a whole nother legacy so the next generation won't have to go through all the things that we had to experience. And we don't want them to inherit this. We're going to save the babies.
Yeah.
The 5, 6, 7-year-old, they're going to know about new direction growing up. Like, you can be
Appreciate
this
that.
way. You know
Nah,
what I'm saying?
Listening, make sure that you tune in and get in touch with bro. You can find bro at Tut_360, and that's the new direction wave. That's on the gram. Get in touch with him, give him some game. If you in a higher position and you're able to give some game, get a game. If not, don't worry about it. Step off. We'll meet you at the top. And let us know what's going on with the 8, the Grizz 8.
Oh yeah, man. Well, you know, 101 with 8, man. Coming back, new episodes coming real soon,
Definitely,
man.
man. We got to get that going.
Yeah, and not only are we going to be you know, bringing in more interviews, you know what I mean, from the location, but we also about to start traveling, you know what I mean? We definitely about to take this on a national level.
The great pulling
Yeah,
up
we
on
pulling
you,
up, man.
That's right.
Pulling right up,
You know what I'm saying? And we want to be,
near you.
yeah, and you know, we want new direction, man. We want it to be, you know, like the new Black Wall Street, man.
Absolutely, without
And
the
we want to be what BMF should have been.
Talk to him.
Say that.
Alright, cool.
So with that being said, we don't care what y'all got going on. Reach out. Y'all always welcome up here.
Y'all always got them out, man. Listen,
Absolutely, man. We appreciate it, man.
We want to bring some of the little homies up here to speak, so we got to get a good insight.
We all for that.
What we need
All for
to do to
that.
help them.
Listen,
So
bro.
we're gonna bring them up, man. We're gonna chat around
we
table.
love to look out
and
for
let
the
them
cookout,
talk,
bro.
man.
That's
This
all we
what
do, bro.
this what Essex County look like
This
right
is what we
here.
do, bro.
doubt.
Listen,
This
bro,
is
it's
what we
love
look
day
like,
out here, B. Everybody gets love on the game.
Everybody gets love, B.
Everybody gets love, right? But
direction,
listen,
man.
we just want to understand. Listen, bro. Everybody know what the KBGBF, you feel me? We always tell you to follow the money. You know, we always tell you to look out for the cookout.
That's right.
Understand, in order to become a superpower, you have to check your pride at the door and get with the movement. Sometimes, listen, you could have been a chief in your, in your little movement, but this is bigger than just Nino Brown.
It's bigger.
You understand? This is bigger than Nino Brown, bro. So you got to get with the movement, bro. And understand here at the KBGBF, if you want to support them, if you got something to say, bro, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Come up here, it costs you nothing.
We don't care
But
what
understand
word.
though, you can come up here. You know it's free, but look, this is what we doing to try to get this message out. This ain't free.
Word.
And remember, people, ain't no nation like a donation.
You know what I'm saying?
And I want to say something too though before we jump out of here,
sir.
man. Like we want to say, you know what I mean, follow the money, but we also want to sit there and say, find a way to make the money follow you, man.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But when we be saying
Nah, I
follow
know
the
what
money,
you're
we
saying.
say keep an eye on
Yeah.
everything.
Nah, but
I know
Never
exactly
go
what
for
you're
the
saying.
you know what I mean? The misdirection.
Nah,
But that's
you want
smart.
it.
Let
Damn
that money
right.
follow you.
It's gonna help. It's gonna
man.
follow as long as we create the right step, create the right platform, and do the right thing. We're
And
gonna
just
be blessed,
surround
man. We're
yourself
gonna be
around
good,
strong
bro.
people
That's
like that.
it.
Absolutely.
Listen to your brother, bro.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? If you listen to your brother, you'll learn something.
Yeah. Throw that fucking ego away,
You
man.
understand? Check your pride at the door, bro.
Process the information, bro.
Absolutely. It
Process
says it
the
in the
information,
Quran,
man.
bro.
You're gonna be good, bro.
That's a fact.
Mustard
That's
seed
a
of
fact.
pride that get you into the hellfire.
Exactly.
Now hit us with the slogan, Vito.
Oh yeah,
What is
OG
it?
once told me, man, if you on this side of the dirt, you blessed.
Bless, man. We love y'all. Peace, bro.
You already know, man.
Bro, that was a rock.
Future masters of your craft. You are now tuned in to the KBGBF podcast. I am your host, A. Eula, and with me always is the big homie he himself, Uncle Vito.
That's right.
We will be discussing everything from entertainment
Check.
to community development
Check.
and how to secure that bag and much more.
Know that.
You can catch us on Instagram at KBGBF_LLC, Facebook, Anchor, and many other platforms. So stay tuned and we're gonna get you right.